This presentation provides an overview of the Victorian Auditor-General's report, Portfolio Departments and Associated Entities 2015-16 Audit Snapshot. The report summarises the results of the 2015-16 financial audits of 214 public sector agencies. The 7 state government departments, also called portfolio departments, and their associated entities have improved their financial reporting. They have largely addressed the significant issues that resulted in modifications of audit opinions last year. In particular, the Department of Education and Training, DET, has addressed our concerns and now has better financial management and governance practices. In this report, we also make comment on the implementation of the 2014 Machinery of Government changes at 2 portfolio departments. We issue an unmodified audit opinion when we determine that a financial report fairly presents the transactions and balances for the reporting period. We issued unmodified audit opinions on 199 financial reports for 2015-16 and 2 modified audit opinions, one for DET and one for the Department of Treasury and Finance, or DTF. 13 audits were not finished when we published this report. We included an emphasis of matter paragraph on 33 of the audit opinions issued, drawing attention to matters within the financial report. We raised 52 issues rated high or medium risk. Most high-risk issues related to information technology control weaknesses, and a number of portfolio departments had deficiencies in both asset management and reconciliations prepared to support the numbers in the financial report. Departments have resolved 57% of all prior year issues raised. This is a small improvement on last year, which indicates some attention has been paid to addressing the issues raised by audit. In our 2014-15 financial audits, we reviewed action taken to address concerns at Lake Mountain, Baw Baw and Falls Creek Alpine Resorts and saw significant improvements at Lake Mountain and Mount Baw Baw, where issues we raised have now been addressed. Falls Creek is currently in the process of addressing the issues we reported. In 2013-14 and 2014-15, we reported to Parliament that the financial reporting processes at DET were poor. These processes were much better in 2015-16, and we no longer consider DET's financial reporting to be poor. This year, we gave a clear opinion on DET's 2015-16 transactions and balances. However, we modified our opinion because DET had not yet resolved matters concerning school transactions that form the comparative numbers in the 2015-16 financial report. DET took a new approach to assurance about school transactions and balances, and we support this. However, it was not practical for DET to retrospectively carry out additional assurance work on the 2014-15 school transactions to use in the current financial report. We got enough and appropriate audit evidence that the comparative property, plant and equipment transactions and balances were materially correct. In December 2014, Machinery of Government changes were announced. 2 of the more significant changes created the Department of Health and Human Services and the Department of Economic Development, Jobs, Transport and Resources. Steering committees at the 2 new departments guided implementation and governance of the Machinery of Government changes. The Department of Premier and Cabinet set up a task force to oversee the committee's work. Despite this, there were implementation delays at both new departments. Both departments missed the opportunity to undertake a post-implementation review to identify ways they could do better. At the time of our review, there was no framework in Victoria, but the Department of Treasury and Finance has now released a framework that has been created in collaboration with the Portfolio Department Chief Financial Officers. Our report has 2 recommendations. We recommended that portfolio departments address internal control issues in a timely manner, with emphasis on those risks rated medium and above. And we recommended that DET introduce systems and processes to automate transactions to reduce the volume of cash transactions at schools. For further information, please see the full report of this audit on our website, www.audit.vic.gov.au.